what the question is. We just always get the number, the answer. So I don't know what 34 or 33 something. We may never know. But the point is, guys, we're gonna move this show along. We got someone else to bring out for you. Okay, so are you ready to meet Mama? Mama Winchester herself, Samantha Smith!
Well, hi. Good morning.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. My body clock says it's 10 a.m. I was going to say welcome to Nashville, but you probably, a lot of you are from here, yes? Yeah. Welcome me to Nashville. I'm welcoming me to Nashville. All right, we're going to sit here. Problem is, can you guys see me in the back? Yeah? Awesome. I'm moving on Wednesday, and so I've been packing, and packing, and then packing. So I want to sit down. If any of you have moved a whole house, you know my pain right now. And I'm old, so my back, like, oh my God, it's so bad. I'm living in a blur of crinkling paper. But it's all good, I'm very excited. Was this something I said? I love you! But only you. Just kidding. So hi, I haven't been to, I can't remember, I don't know if I've ever been here, maybe one time.
Yeah.
I have one time, right? I don't remember, was it here?
Yeah.
What is wrong with my brain? Because I got here and I'm like, this place is awesome! Sorry? Maybe. Sparkle, pretty. At least you know. I've been here twice. Do not tell my husband, because he says I don't remember anything. I'm like, I have such a good memory. Do not tell him. You know? Oh, we won't. Okay, thank you. Thank you, you have my back. You're still my favorite. So, thank you all for coming out in the rain. Are most of you staying here? Yeah. I personally love the rain. Living in California, it's like we like it. Did you see it's raining today? Until then, you're out in 10 minutes and you're like. Although in Los Angeles, people can't drive if it's cloudy. Never mind, raining. It's true. And then in LA, because it rains so little, the oil and debris from the cars coats the streets. So the minute it even drizzles, people are like, whoosh, crashing. It's terrible.
Amen.
Amen. Do I have questions? Because I'm being super boring right now. No questions? Okay. Well, this is now going to be the dance portion of the evening. Only you guys are going to dance. Oh, there's a question. Shout it out. My favorite horror movie. Well, I haven't seen one since 1984. I don't do that anymore. I was in maybe middle school, and I was so excited to go see Nightmare on Elm Street. I literally did not sleep for like 5 days.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
bet.
who the fuck makes a movie where you get killed in your sleep? Like you were in a blender, like right up on the ceiling, like every night. And that was that. Although I like suspense movies. I mean, I think action movies are my favorite, but I really did enjoy The Quiet Place.
Ooh, yeah.
Mostly because Emily Blunt is just amazing, like kick-ass, like she was the hero, right? So I still haven't seen the second one because we keep wanting to wait so we can watch it with my son not awake because he's so sensitive, he gets really freaked out. And I haven't gotten to it yet. But I mean, she's the best. So does that count as a horror movie? Not really, right? It does? Okay, so I'll say The Quiet Place. Now I have questions. Oh, are they pity questions? I didn't have any before. No? Okay. Hit me.
Oh, God. Hi, I'm Brittany from Jersey.
Hi. Yeah. Woo!
So I just wanted to say that, like, my top favorite episode is Home. So.
Oh, wow.
You remember? Yeah, you
Deep
remember.
cut.
Yeah. My question was, do you have a favorite pizza place in the world?
I'm sorry, say that again. Do I
Do you have a favorite pizza place in the world?
have a favorite pizza place? Anywhere they serve pizza.
Yeah.
I love it. Of
Go to
course I-
Brooklyn.
What?
Go to Brooklyn.
Go to Brooklyn? Well, New York City, everything in New York. Sorry, I thought somebody was saying. Something about the water in New York, just on the East Coast in general, but New York City, including Brooklyn.
Yeah.
The bagels, the pizza dough, I don't know what it is. I mean, there are people in LA that whisper, like, you know that pizza place, they add stuff to make it like New York water. Like, that's what they talk about. So yeah. Right now there's a place in LA called John and Vinny's, and they make unbelievable pizza. But yeah, pizza. Thank you. Hi.
My name is Stacey.
Hi,
And
Stacey.
my name is adorable today, and I'm going to do a little callback to some prior times. And I was wondering, do you have pockets in that dress?
What do you think?
Absolutely.
Let's see.
And they have hair ties in them.
Any projects coming up?
Yes.
That's all we get?
I'm not supposed to tell, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Don't tell anyone. Well, I can't tell you. Fuck it, I'm going to tell you. It starts with this. There's a new spin-off of Discovery called Strange New Worlds. Yay! I'm only in the pilot so far. And you may not recognize me.
Oh.
That's as much as I can really say. I'm already going to be in trouble. It's coming up soon though, so I feel like it's Christmas. We're all going on vacation, whatever they're going to do. No, I was pretty excited about it. So that happens. And then that's it. Thank you, wherever you went. Hi.
Okay. Hi. Yes, I was wondering, so Supernatural is such an action-packed show. Had you been doing a lot of action and fighting scenes before?
She's laughing because she knows the answer to that. Hold on, my shoes are hooked together. Okay. Happens with combat boots. You would think that would be something they wouldn't want to happen in combat, but it still happens. So when they called me at the end of season 11 and said, hey, do you want to come for the finale? Being that the show had been on for 11 seasons, it was not a stretch to think it was the series finale. So I was like, oh, I knew it. I knew they'd bring me back for the last show. And I was like, of course, of course, of course. And you don't even ask what or why or how or what you're doing. You just say, sure. So I happened to, as a personal friend, was, we were friends with this producer, Todd, who was in LA. We were at a barbecue at his house. I'm standing in the kitchen, I'm like, hey, so what are you gonna do now that the show's over? And he's like, what do you mean? Oh, bless your heart. The show's ending, I'm coming up to do the finale. Are you retiring? Like, what are you doing? And he's like, the show's not over. Okay, the finale's in a few months. You're gonna have to, and he's like, no, it's the season finale. You're coming back next season. And I think I said, why? And of course he did not know how to respond. And he's like, no, you're gonna come back for a few. I was like, great. And so then I go up and I shoot the finale and it's all super secret. It was a day like today, like raining, so of course my hair's like, and also they wanted it to be a surprise. So like, I think they made it really secret by putting my character name on my trailer door. And there were some fans around and stuff, but they had me like hiding in a van and they drove me all the way in around the back. We're shooting in a park and it was like 9:40 and we had until 10 until we had to get out of the park or something. I'm just standing there in the mist in my freezing nightgown. It's raining, it's at night, it's like March. And we quick film, you know, the end was just like that 10-second like, help, and that's it. Months go by, and we're supposed to start filming, and yeah, sure enough, they send me a contract, I've got a bunch of episodes, still don't know what I'm doing. And about 3 weeks before we start filming, during which I planned like a vacation with my family, because I'm gonna be gone a lot. They're like, well, now we need you, Phil Sigrisha calls me up, he goes, how much fight training have you had? 3 weeks. I'm like, well, I used to fight with my sister a lot. They're like, okay, well, we're gonna figure this out. I'm like, I'm leaving? I'm visiting all my friends on the East Coast, we're going to Texas, I'm like, I don't know. So, crash course, they sent some Krav Maga guys to my house.
Oh my God.
And they set up mats in the backyard. And my kid at the time was like 7. He's looking out the window like. I was so not great. It took me a full day to learn how to stand like this, I swear. Like a would-be ballerina, they're like, no. And all I had to do was that one, so at the beginning of season 12, they have Dean coming at Mary and to grab him, because he's like reaching out to see if I'm real. And so what they were gonna have me do is like some kind of flip where I grab his arm, twist it, and hit him with my hip and he flips over my shoulder.
Oh yeah.
It was all we could do to practice that move. And so when I'm on, like visiting my friends in New York, we go to a martial arts studio and he's trying to help me and he's like, oh, okay. And I mean, I played a lot of sports, but I was never one for choreography. Like, put me in an aerobics class and they were like, please stand in the back. I go the wrong direction. I just can't follow it for some reason. Tennis, soccer, volleyball, any of that stuff I can play all day long. Dance or fighting, you know. So anyway, long story, just a little less long. I show up on the day to shoot the flip that I've been practicing now for 3 weeks. Finally got it down. It's just decent, so my stunt person could do it again, but at least they can have me doing some of the motion. They're like, oh yeah, we changed it. I was so mad. And so what they had me do is grab him and armbar him and throw him down in front of me, face down in the dirt. With me twisting his arm up behind him like this. And I was like, no. But I had no choice and I had to do it. So, bless his heart, Jensen's face first, down in the wet grass, in the dark. I don't think it was at night, it was cold, it was dew. some dirt. Don't think it was raining. But I'm like holding his arm and I'm supposed to put my right heel in his jaw, like this. And I'm like, sorry. And Jensen's literally lying like this. He's like, listen, you're gonna have to really twist my arm. Like, I don't want to hurt you. And he's like, no offense. I'll just twist it back. I accidentally kicked him in the jaw. Sorry. So, he's very forgiving. So no, I did not have any fight experience. I did start taking boxing lessons and I started doing martial arts training with the stunt coordinator, and by the 3rd season I got pretty good at it. Sometimes they even left me in and not my stunt person, which was incredibly, what's the word? Flattering? Yeah.
Rewarding?
Validating.
Yeah.
And then I tried to continue boxing as exercise and realized everyone in my boxing class in LA was like 26. And I'm like sucking wind, these giant gloves on, like circuit training, like now do push-ups, now hit the bag. And I was like, no, I can't. He's like, you can do it, you can do it. I'm like, it's puke or rest. What's your choice? And they were like, so I quit doing that and I switched to Pilates. So no more fighting for me. Unless I have to for a job. But boxing is too hard. I'm old now. It's hard. I gave my boxing gloves to my husband. So yeah, there you go. Thank you. That was a long answer. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Shannon.
Hi, Shannon. I played a Shannon once. I collect the names of my characters.
It's actually funny because I have a cousin named Samantha Smith.
Oh, is it me?
I was wondering who your favorite person to film was.
On the show?
Yeah.
No, in real life, Sam. I think Kim.
Good choice.
I mean, listen, I loved filming with Jared, but it was really, like, I look ridiculous, because I'm like this. All the way, I'm not kidding, I'd have to, like, step 2 steps back, like, you're so far away, I'm like, I can't see him from close. I need an apple box. It looks like I'm sitting down. Yeah, so Kim was fun because it was like we were just, being us. It was neat. But Jensen, Misha's, you never know what he's gonna do, so. And Jensen is a little intimidating. He's like the consummate professional, and he's got so much power in his essence, And it's a little like, do not fuck up, do not fuck up, do not fuck up. Oh, Alex, I love filming with Alex too. Everybody? I miss it. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Good news. It's supposed to rain all weekend.
Good news what?
It's supposed to rain all weekend. Can you tell me off of the top of your head what is the recipe for Winchester surprise?
Oh, snap. Oh.
Sure can. You don't want to know.
I kind of do.
I don't think you do. It's a pound of ground beef, a pound of ground pork, a pound of American cheese. For some reason, they didn't include like onions, garlic, nothing. A bag of Fritos,
Okay.
and I think hot sauce.
Oh.
Enjoy.
Oh my gosh. Interesting.
So bad. Hi.
Hi. I was wondering, what is your favorite type of scene to film?
Ironically, the fight scenes. They're very challenging. I like to challenge. I didn't like the running scenes because I felt like I looked really dumb running out. Luckily, there wasn't a lot of running, but usually my jeans were tight, so kicking scenes were hard. But I did like once I got over my fear of hitting someone with a bottle or punching them or kicking them or something. Like the stunt people are amazing. They're like, hit me, hit, and I'm like, really? They're like, listen, if you hit soft or graze, it hurts more. So just. So there was a scene where I had to break a fake bottle over this guy's head, and I'm like, okay. And I hit him so hard, he was happy about it. But I hit it hard, and the fake glass went flying like saints. It went into the payphone. And I was like, those are really fun because when in my life, Sam Smith's, little suburban girl living in a like sweet LA duplex, gonna get to smash a glass on someone's head? Like that is not. I always wanted to be Lara Croft in Tomb Raider, and people were like, honey, you're gonna be the mom of the Brady Bunch. And I got to be Lara Croft, really? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Without the money or the legs, but still. I got to have a machete and a gun and a shotgun and a fast car that was inexplicably electric blue. But I mean, come on now. It was full-on fantasy. Like, one of the other movies I really love is that one with Rena Mocher and the zombies. Oh man, what? No. It's one word. It's not. I keep thinking. What?
No.
It starts with a D. So many good guesses, though. I keep wanting to say Deadpool, and that's not it, obviously. Huh? No. Was there a movie called Daybreakers? No, in any case, it's like apocalyptic. She's got like, in fact, her hair was my inspiration for Mary. She's got long on one side and short on the other, and she drives a sports car Bentley, which I would have stolen from Catch at some point, by the way. In any case, just like full-grown woman with children who's still just kicking ass, and I love that idea. Because you don't see that much, but we could, right?
Yep.
I forget the question.
Favorite fight scene?
Oh, my favorite scene, fighting. I loved, there was a scene where I got punched in the face by an angel and I landed literally in a real legit mud puddle. And I had to get up, and for the one time, they let me give like an action movie response. He's like, what do you say? And I'm like, go to hell. Like, Bruce Willis or something. It was fun. I enjoyed that. Total fantasy. I don't like the crying scenes. Oh my God, you can't stop. Your body's like, oh, we're crying now, let's go. And I'm like, no. And you try to stop, and they're like, no, we're good, going. I'm like, oh. My makeup artist is like, can you not? Those are hard. Yeah, I'll go with punching over crying anytime. Thank you so much. She's gone. Okay.
Hi. I'm a little shaky, but
Me too. They double dosed me on caffeine. Can you tell I'm talking like 70?
Hi. So we know that when John Winchester escapes hell, I think at the end of season 2, he's kind of just like a ghost in that moment. But do you think he actually made it up to heaven, because it was established later on that souls from hell couldn't get into heaven, and it was only ever your name on the door instead of...
And it was what?
Only
what?
It was only ever your name on the door to your heaven instead of you and John. which I thought was interesting because it was said that you were sharing a heaven, but it was never really shown.
Well,
Overnight guest.
I don't remember. Was he in hell by accident? Had he made a demon
He
deal?
made a demon deal to keep
For
him on.
Dean, to save Dean.
Well, I feel like once he escaped from hell, like all bets were off. He probably went back up to heaven after that, is my guess. Yeah, and then maybe it was like those hotel rooms where they have adjoining doors. I mean, because we checked in at different times, so we'd have to have our own rooms. Apparently, according to the door, Mary checked in twice, but she got her same room, so that's good. Had a nice view. So yeah, I think that, and then certainly once Jack took over heaven, he's like, no, they get to have a cabin in the woods apparently. So yeah, I mean, it would only be fair. They'd been through a lot, especially John after that whole marble thing. Right? That was a lot. You know what I'm talking about. Go watch the gag reel.
Yeah.
Season 13. You'll laugh like that. I hope he's recovered.
No.
Oh my God, that was a well-needed laugh break amidst 16 hours of crying. Thank you. Well done. I know you said you were nervous. You did great. You're welcome. Hi.
Hi, Sam.
Hi, what's your name?
Marina.
Hi, Marina.
Hi. So aside from Supernatural, another one of my favorite shows is Friends.
Uh-huh.
And I know that you were on an episode.
Yes.
I believe you're the hot chick. Do you have any memories from being on set?
Yeah, it was freaking surreal. It was like, I think it was season 4, like kind of. So does anyone know how a sitcom is shot? Like, it's really different from a normal TV show, which you shoot scene by scene and it's just a crew. When you shoot a sitcom, you rehearse all week, and then Friday night you spend like 6 hours filming in front of a live audience. There's a couple scenes they'll pre-shoot, like if it's at a different location, or if it's technical, or if the show's too long. And Friends would shoot a lot, and they would mess up, and it would be funny. And then what happens on all sitcoms is you do a scene, they watch how the audience reacts, and you see all the writers like, and they huddle up, like this is, the papers are flying. And they look at us, and they come back and write some more, and they look at you, and then they come back over, they hand you all new pages. And you're like, oh. And they've rewritten all the jokes
Oh, gosh.
to be more funnier. And sometimes it's just, people have heard, because a lot of times you'll do the scene a few times and the audience doesn't laugh as much because they've seen it 3 times in a row. The best part about it was just how much they would all laugh together. It was really surreal on filming night to, the music, and then the audience starts screaming, and then they have like a big curtain in front of the set, and the cast runs out, Jennifer Aniston, and then like the music is playing, and I'm standing there in the side like waiting, and I'm getting like, because I was a fan too, right? And I'm like, this is so weird. And then you have to go out and perform, and I'm like, it was like doing a play in front of a live audience. I'd done a bunch of sitcoms, but this one was, even the one episode of Seinfeld I did, we didn't shoot in front of a live audience. It was the one time, it was my first job, and they didn't shoot in front of a live audience. We did a normal block and shoot thing, and I was so intimidated, no sound came out when I talked. And Jason Alexander had to be like consummate theater performer, right? He's like, you see that pole all the way on the other side of the stage? Pretend you're talking to someone over there and maybe we'll be able to hear you. That was so lovely. So it was surreal. It was really fun to be on such a big show at the time. I was supposed to come back as Frances Levitt.
What?
And yeah, I was supposed to come back, and then, because I was like 4 episodes from the end of the season, then they were like, actually, I think he's gonna come back from Asia with a girlfriend. I'm like, Hey! So that didn't happen. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I had a lot of those little things, like one up here, one here, one here, one here, like a little, like a sampler. Hi. Happy holidays. What's your name?
All these years of hunting, what's your favorite weapon of choice?
I think my machete. It just gets the job done, you know? Werewolves, vampires, rougarou, doesn't matter. Doesn't need to be silver, just problem solved. It's not fancy, you don't have to hit it, no batteries. It's good. Get to clean it. You know we use real machetes, right? We did. They were real machetes with the blade dulled.
Wow.
No joke. In fact, in the episode when the vampires invaded the British men of letters bunker, my machete was sitting on the table, and Jared, who can't not play with things that are lying around, messing with my machete, and there was a little piece that hadn't been dulled, cut the shit out of his finger. Delayed shooting by like half an hour as he like all over the set. And I was like, I've been using that thing all week. Do not touch your mother's machete. Learned his lesson. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name's Kendra.
Hi, Kendra. I'm gonna sit down again. I also hit something with my toe when I was getting ready today, and it really hurts. I'm falling apart, you guys. Good thing you came this week, because who knows? Hi, I'm ready now.
So, throughout the show, when you came back, I know Mary went through a big transition trying to adjust because, you know, she didn't have her little babies anymore. So what was your favorite moment or, like, scene of Mary's transition?
Like, what was my favorite moment of her coming back to life and trying to find her way in the world? I think at the end of that same episode, the raid, Mary had been fighting with Dean. They were very mad at each other. They're like two North magnets, you know? They're too much the same, and they're just like, and then Sam had come to check it out, and they conquered everything together. And I feel like Dean and Ketch arrived, and what's his face was going off in handcuffs, and Vampire Alpha was dead, and we all sort of reconciled and established a new normal. And I felt like that was everyone's acknowledgement and acceptance of how things had changed and where her place in the world was going to be, and she was going to handle it her own way. Her grown sons accepted it, she accepted that they have their own stuff, and it just felt like a transition point to move forward, to then go get stuck in the AU. Which was not the plan. But yeah, so that whole, I feel like Mary found her feet in that episode, and it actually allowed her to become the general she became in the AU. She was like, oh, this is where I'm gonna be. And I just felt like that moment of like, hey, it's okay. And we're like, yeah, it's okay. It was a very minor moment. I don't even know how many of you remember it. It was like the very last scene of that episode, and I just thought, we've turned a corner. We don't have to fight anymore. I don't like fighting with them. It's very upsetting. Even though it's fake, it feels real at the time, and you're like, you don't want them mad at you. They're very tall. Thank you. Hi over there.
Hi, I'm Shelby.
Hi, Shelby, like a cobra.
My question for you is, when, at the beginning, when you went into Sam's room to see why he was don't know, Jack to...
Jack?
Yeah, when you and Jack were at the house and he had got mad and couldn't control his powers and he had killed you.
Right.
Mhm.
I didn't come back from that. That was final obliteration. Accidental murder. Shouldn't do it. So, but that wasn't Fire on the Ceiling. The Fire on the Ceiling was the pilot.
Yes. Like,
Hang
you
on.
died twice. Like,
Oh, I died plenty of times. So I don't understand your question.
like.
It's okay. I know you're nervous. It happens. Take a breath.
What did it feel like dying again?
What?
How did it feel dying again?
Bad. Really not good. That was like oh, crap. Listen, you do not want a 2-year-old being a full-grown adult having a temper tantrum. It does not work out well.
Yeah.
So, bad is the answer. I didn't like it one bit. They told me it was going to happen, and I was really not happy. I knew why it had to happen. Mary was only supposed to come back for like 6 or 8 episodes. And she just apparently refused to leave. So they needed a catalyst for that last season, and killing your mother is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
It seems. And by the way, who gets a send-off like that? I had a whole episode of like flashbacks and a memorial and a funeral pyre, and I was like, and my name carved in the table. I didn't know they did that, by the way. It was not in the script. So I went to looping. You know, when you go and you redo you go and redo some of the dialogue that got muffled or whatever. They're like, we want to, and all of the editors like came in the room and they were all like nervous. Hi guys. And they're like, oh, I'll show you something. I'm like, I thought they were going to show, they made a montage, and I was like, oh, and I started crying. They have the montage of like all little clips of me during the show, and they showed my pictures, they showed my gun, they showed all my stuff. And at the end, they swooped down and showed the initials on the table, and I burst, just started full on crying. And they all laughed. Like little kids, like, I was like, yeah, thank you, that's great, that's great. But I was very honored. So, if you have to go, I suggest you do it like that. Thank you. Oh, she's gone too. Hi.
My name is Eric. Totally feel your pain about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right? It's life ruining, that movie.
My question was, how was it working with John Winchester, Sam, and Dean on that one episode in season 13?
Yeah, that was some surreal stuff right there. Yeah. That was the first time all 4 of us had been on set together anywhere.
Wow.
And it didn't feel like it. It was weird that it felt like we'd been doing the show together all along. And then we couldn't stop crying, any of us. We kept laughing about it while we're crying, and we'd look at each other, and one would be crying, and we'd start crying. Like, they're all like gorgeous men who don't wear mascara. So everyone's waiting on me. Trishy's like, God, Sam. I'm like, what? Their fault. They're the ones crying. Like, Jared was just like, I mean, come on now. That wasn't fair. But so Jeff rapped for the 3 of us because we had to do, after he went, we had to turn around and walk to the edge of the step, and then Castiello was up there. He's like, did I miss anything? And so, Jeff was done. He went to his trailer and put on all his own street clothes and cleaned up or whatever. And then he came back and hung out with the rest of us until rap because he's like, I like it here. And I was like, we like you here. None of us wanted to leave. It was a really, the camera people were crying. Brad runs camera, he's like, I can't, it's blurry, we're crying. Everyone was crying. Everyone. The whole time. The whole day. There's a scene in the kitchen I have with Jared, and he's trying to tell me that, John has to go back. And I'm crying before they even roll the camera. No one even tells me. I'm like, sorry. It was crazy. It was a weird feeling, and everyone was feeling it. So it was very meaningful, and I'll always remember it. And then I have that cool magazine cover to look at whenever I want to. Yeah. Wearing decidedly non-Winchester outfits with no socks. Thank you for your question. I think that I'm not allowed to ask any more questions. Well, is there one more over there? No? She's all alone, and I'll speed answer, okay? Really fast.
Hello, my name is Cherish.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to tell you that I'm completely in love with your skirt, and I was wondering where you got it.
Yes. Beautiful.
Did I tell you it has pockets? My mom got this for me. I swear she probably bought it on Amazon. I don't know.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I love it. It's sort of Cinderella.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clean the floors later. Thank you. Okay, I guess that's it for me.
Yeah, how did it go?
They were very patient with me.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Smith! All right. Thank you very much. Now is the time of the day where we play a little game. It's a super easy game. The rules are super easy because they're just two answers, yes or no.